This exercise is called the Romanian Deadlift, commonly referred to as the RDL, working muscles of the posterior chain, including hamstrings, glutes, and erector spinae of the back. Also during this exercise, to keep the resistance pulled in close to the body, you will use your lats and your trapezius muscles. So to begin this exercise, you will push back at the hips while maintaining a slight bend in the knees. We're not using our quadriceps to squat down and squat back up in this movement. We're keeping our knees at one station. The angle at the knee is going to be very small, and it's going to remain that way. We push back at the hips and then flex forward with your torso. But your back will remain tight and straight. Your core will remain tight as well to support your back. So you're going to flex at the torso and use your back muscles, use your glutes, and use your hamstrings to squeeze and then pull yourself back up. So this exercise begins with the eccentric phase, meaning you're lowering. So as you lower down, you push the hips back, flex forward at the spine. This will last roughly 2 seconds, and you will always inhale during the eccentric phase. And then once you reach a full range of motion, and that depends on how far you can bend forward without rounding on the spine. Once the spine begins to round, it's time to start to pull back up. You don't want to have rounding on the spine, especially in the lumbar region. So keep a straight, tight posture, and once you feel yourself start to break posture, then you start to pull back up in the concentric phase. In the concentric phase, you want to squeeze your glutes and hamstrings and pull with your glutes and hamstrings to pull yourself back up into an erect vertical position. Once again, this exercise begins in the eccentric phase, where you will inhale as you're lowering down, lasting roughly 2 seconds. Once you reach a full range of motion, then you begin to pull back up in the concentric phase. During the concentric phase, you will exhale, lasting roughly 1 second.